Hey, what's up? It's Nick from Catharsis Theory, and here are 5 prog albums for fans of our band. Definitely got to go with Dream Theater first. I think probably the collective band favorite would have to be Scenes from a Memory. It's not my personal favorite, but I love it. I love it truly. I think if you're into albums that you have to listen to as a whole, one long piece, definitely have to go with that. The story is great. The way that the story is worked into all the songs, and the songs are all kind of playing off one another, like, I just don't think it can be topped. One of my all-time favorite albums, definitely, Between the Buried and Me Colors. An album that I listen to now, and it just still gives me goosebumps. Certain parts on, like, Answer the Sky will come on, and I'll just be like, oh my god. Like, still, it gets me every time I listen to it. Every time I start it, I have to finish it. Every time I finish it and it loops back over, I just want to play it again. I'm a big Meshuggah fan. I don't necessarily have like one particular favorite record, and I don't think anyone does because they're all so good but also different. The one I've been jamming a lot recently is definitely Catch 33. Again, kind of like one long continuous piece that you kind of have to listen to front to back. And it's an album where I think it's not necessarily about like individual songs or even like individual parts. It's just kind of about like creating a certain vibe and like channeling a certain energy throughout different parts of the entire album. Kind of a curveball pick, but definitely one to look out for is Mechanism and their album Inspired Horrific. It's got Gene Hoglan on drums, my favorite drummer of all time. And it's so weird and like tech death, but like still groovy and still proggy, and just weird artistic choices, weird time signatures thrown in, weird playing, weird like abstract riffs, and even like abstract vocals. I don't know. It's kind of a curveball album. I feel weird calling it just like a tech death album, or even just calling it a prog album. Listen to it. Finally, I don't think my band could ever get away with not talking about Periphery. They're one of the biggest bands of the last 10 years and hugely influential. I'm gonna go with their self-titled album. To me, when that album came out and I heard it, I was just blown away. It was so different. It felt like a lot of different things that I like, whether it was like the Dream Theater type, like atmospheric, proggy sort of stuff, or like the Meshuggah, like super abrasive, downtuned. And just kind of took elements of all that and other stuff and kind of made it its own new thing that you could appreciate. And still, I think that's probably the album of theirs that I go back to the most. I don't know, there's something like raw and eager and like kind of unformulated at that point, I think. This is Nick from Catharsis Theory, and we just put out 3 new songs on the Gravemind EP. You can check it out, available everywhere.